So Rashad, so let me tell you about my coworker, and I need you to tell me if you have ever experienced this too. So when
Okay,
you
I'm
go
all ears.
into the men's washroom or the men's bathroom, and you go and piss at a urinal, and then
Mm-hmm.
your coworker also pisses at the urinal next to you. Does he ever talk to
Mm-hmm.
you as you're pissing?
No. No, it's never happened to me. I hope it never does.
It happens to me a lot, and it's very frustrating because if someone's talking to me, I cannot pee.
Wait, do they not follow that like unspoken rule of like keeping a stall between you, or is there just not enough? Like, do they like? Are you telling me there's like seven stalls open? They go to the one right next to you. That's kind of sus, bro. I don't
It's
know,
not a
man.
stall; it's a urinal.
Oh, and
It's like
I
they
urinal.
have
I don't know
like
why I said
there's
stall.
three urinals. There's like little tiny like little mini barrier between all of them.
Okay, there's only three urinals. I don't know why I said stall. I meant to say urinals. I was my stupid brain like mixing the words up.
It's
If
all
there's
good,
only
man.
three, if there's only three, that's like less weird. I was thinking of like a huge ass bathroom, like so many urinals, and then like going to the one right next to you to
But like,
talk
how
to
do you feel about
you.
people talking to you while you're pissing?
Oh no, that's awkward as fuck. I wouldn't
I
want
hate
that.
it. It's like
Yeah,
as
yeah, no,
it's the worst when like I have to get it. I have to get the stream going, and then once it's going, it's like as there's piss flowing out of my dick, he starts
dude.
talking to me more and like asking me questions about like our work. It's like,
Dude, my penis is out. Stop talking to me.
dude, I would. I think I think me being mad at this or like having qualms with this is very justified because he is also the ultimate hater. This guy is always mad about something. If he sees like part of like the shelf that was like stocked by a different employee like the night before, dude, he like calls them like an idiot, says like they did it all wrong
Oh
or
my god,
whatever.
man.
And was like, dude, it's not that deep. Just like it's you just have to move a fucking thing, just and boom, it's fixed. But yeah,
Yeah,
he's always hating, dude, all the
yeah.
time.
There's some
And
people
then he
like that
does
at my
that.
work.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah. There's some people like that at my work. There's like they've been working at my store for like a while, and I mean like they know how to do their job, but like when somebody is new or like lazy, they get mad and they like it's like so obvious. 'Cause, like I always hear them talking about other people like saying like oh this person always does this wrong. It's just like so annoying. I have to fix it. Like god damn, it's like it's so weird because if they had a job that was more like I guess for lack of a better term, like professional, where stuff like that is just like I don't know, like not accepted or whatever. Dude, they wouldn't last a week. They talk so much shit. Like working at a fucking Target like retail store, like it's it's not a big deal, but like dude, if they work somewhere else, that I don't know, I couldn't see them lasting. Some people talk so much shit, I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's fucking insane, dude. I think I'm just too nice, honestly, and like, I'm too understanding of like people.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I hear like I don't know when I look at like something and like work that was done, I'm just a psycho and I consider like the context of like when this work was done and who might have done it, and I consider what they're what they must have been told by their boss, and it was like, oh my god. It's like,
No,
but instead, other
I don't
people
think
are
that's
just
true.
look at it like it's done wrong. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, I think looking at it like surface level, like oh it's done wrong, like grr, I'm mad, like that's I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb.
Am I
I
the
think like
unreasonable one for expecting people to consider all those things
no, you're not.
that I do by default?
I think some people just walk into work like the fucking like Arthur Fist meme. They're just like ready to fucking be pissed about something.
For
I
sure.
think it's just what it is. Like that's literally all it is. But while we're talking about like work shit, this isn't even something that's well, I guess I don't know. It's more relevant. I have some pet peeves. Okay, this is like such a small one because in I have an HR job at my store now, but I'll still like sometimes like do other shit in the store, like pick orders or like push freight or like get carts outside or something. Like I'll still do other stuff, but since my like primary job now is just HR shit, since I'm working less and I'm just working early mornings, I focus on that more. Oh my, dude, it does something to me. Like it boils my fucking blood whenever I go on the fucking computer and I print a bunch of different things and then like I close all my tabs and everything. I'm like, okay, like I can file all this like all these papers or like get all this stuff ready. And then I go to the printer and I take it out and it's printed on fucking label paper and I have to go back and find everything and reprint it again. Fuck that, dude. If you use the printer and you leave the label paper in there on top, you deserve the absolute worst. I hate you.
Get fucking owned. This is such a
I
niche
hate this.
complaint.
I know it is. I know, but I still hate it. Also, fuck this one guy at work. Not even because he's a bad dude. He's actually like a pretty good guy. But every time I pass by him, he says the same joke or like the same thing over like every time, and it's like never funny, but he always does it.
He's like the Twitter guy.
He's like the Twitter guy. Yeah, like I'll walk in for the day, like I'll start doing my work or whatever, and then he'll walk by to like go on his break or something like a little bit later, and then he'll just like walk by. It happens every time without fail. He'll be walking by, he'll notice me, and he'll stop, and he'll just like look at me for a second, and be like, "You're doing a really good job." Like go like fuck you, dude. You've said this every day the last week, dude. It's a stop. It's not. I don't get it.
That's not that
what are you
bad,
trying
though.
to
That's
achieve?
honestly kind of dope.
What are you trying to achieve here, dude?
He's
It's just
honestly a
awkward as
beast
fuck.
for committing to that.
But it's just awkward as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
hate
now
it.
it's just part of the routine, man. I respect
Man. I wish I could respect it, dude. Fuck that.
that.
Oh
What do you-
gosh.
I prefer that over coworkers who have no sense of humor.
I guess yeah. Same. I guess it's not the
Anything,
worst.
if I try to be a little funny in conversation, they either don't know, like they don't understand what I'm saying, or like the joke just goes over their head, or
Yeah.
like if they do a joke like with me, and then I respond with a joke back, they think I'm like, I don't like they instead of thinking I'm playing into it, they think I'm like mad or something. It's like, dude,
Jeez.
come on.
And then you actually get mad and like kill them.
Honestly, it makes me so fucking mad. It's like I'm trying to be a human being, and you are looking at me like I'm an alien, which
Yeah,
could be
that's
racially
whack.
motivated.
Yo, Leo pulling out the race card. 6 minutes into the pod. Let's go. Let's go. I'm
It's
joking.
it's bullshit. I can't pull the race card. Jesus Christ, I don't.
I'm kind of
know.
white. I'm kind of white passing too. Like if I have a mask on and like a lot of my face is covered, I think I'm probably white passing. Like if you see my face, you can probably tell like I'm ethnic, but some people can tell I'm Middle East. Some people I'm Middle Eastern.
Nobody can
some
tell
people
I'm
can't tell.
ethnic.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it just depends because some people think I'm like mixed. Some people can tell I'm Arabic. Some people think I'm white. I don't know. Just
Yeah,
depends on.
everyone thinks I'm
good
white. My coworker thought I was Jewish, which was insane. I was like, "What?
Crazy.
How? Where would you even get that from?" It's like, who? Point me to the Jewish guy whose name is Emilio.
Yeah, good point. That's a very odd.
I mean,
wouldn't
maybe if like
I wouldn't expect somebody to say that about you.
it's crazy.
But
More people
yeah,
don't know I'm Hispanic until they hear my full name. It's like that's crazy, man.
Yeah, because I guess like Leo, since it's just like short, like people don't know your actual name is Emilio, and there's sometimes like white people or like people of other races that just go by Leo or like Leonardo or something. So I guess only knowing your name, that wouldn't indicate like they know your race unless they know your actual like name. But
Yeah. I'm just being a hater, I suppose.
No, honestly, I respect it though.
By the
Hating
way,
is
nobody
is my
call
favorite
me.
hobby.
I know nobody listens to this, but nobody call me Emilio. Please never. Only call me Leo.
Yeah, honestly, I
I don't hate
I
my
don't
name,
even,
but I just prefer Leo.
I never really had a nickname like ever, with like my friends at least, or like my family like has some Arabic like nicknames they give me, but like with the people I'm friends with and like at work and stuff, I've never really like had a nickname. I don't know. It's just
It's
been,
too late now.
Yeah, I mean I'm 22 next month, so yeah, it's too late, bro. I'm already like fucking over maybe like a quarter through my life already, so.
I don't even know if Leo even counts as like a nickname. I mean, of course it does because it's not my real name, but like it was also given to me by like my family. Like I was being called
Mhm.
like Leo when I was like a fucking infant. Because I
yeah,
remember
that's
watching old family videos of me literally as an infant. My sister calls me Leo. I was like, oh,
That's ju-
okay.
That's just a really early set nickname, and that's okay.
I suppose I like it. I
Yeah.
like it though.
But yeah, I kind of like forget about it so much because like, yeah, because my family calls me to Shed. That's how like my name is technically said, but like everybody else is just calling me the Americanized version of it, which is just Rashad. Which I mean, I expect everybody to call me that unless they're like my family, because most people can't even like I don't know do the fucking tongue roll like they butcher it. So I just
Dude, I
just
can't
call
do
me
the
Rashad,
tongue
bro.
roll. I'm literally the biggest fraud. I can't speak Spanish, and I can't like do the fucking R's or
Oh
whatever.
my god, it sounded like you said you can't do the fucking arse. Oh my, that's fucking good.
Yeah, I can't talk. Like I don't know. I'm not very convincing. I can't.
No,
help my
I'm the
case.
same way. I don't have an accent at all. I can't really speak Arabic. But no, now that happened, the word arse is so fucking funny. We've been talking about this recently. I fucking love that word.
It's the best, and
Like,
it
I can't
feels
say-
like less. Like you feel far less crass.
Yeah. It feels more casual. Like if I don't ever say ass or asshole. Arsehole is so
Arsehole.
much funnier, dude. It's just funny. I don't know. I blame Patron and Vincent. They did this to me.
Yeah, but it's gotten to like to the problem where like people like in real life have heard me say arse, and I think
They have?
it confuses them. Yes, I've said it around like coworkers, and they don't know what I'm saying.
Oh my god, dude, that's crazy. That hasn't transitioned into like my I don't know, like my speech like at work or anything. That's funny.
Yeah, you're not as stupid.
That's
It takes a
good
little
though.
longer to infect your brain, I think.
Maybe, perhaps, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Is there like any shit you've been getting into lately, bro? Like shows, anime, music, anything?
I realized that anime still fucking rules because I finally watched anime for the first time since like September 2022 when I watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which was also
Mm-hmm.
a fucking sick show. I watched Boat to the Rock, and I'm still like it's still living rent free in my brain. I mean, people who watch anime have heard. People who like are in the anime community have like know about it, obviously, and I probably watched it long before I did. I watched it very late. I watched it like legit
Mm-hmm.
like 2-3 weeks ago. But holy fuck, I've like, and obviously this is not like a new take. Like this is like the most obvious take. Everyone has said this, but like holy shit, like it gets me so much. And I think it also it doesn't get just me, but it's an anime I think that understands like artists like in general
Mm-hmm.
and just like the delusions of like grandeur and like kind of like the slight narcissistic like element to being like an artist, you know, and
Okay.
like I don't know, and like not feeling like you're good enough, even if like you've proven to yourself that you have the talent, and then like also showing that like doing one form of art in like one form is not the same as like doing it like live because the main character like she's a guitarist
Mm-hmm.
and like she goes into high school like wanting to like start a band and she's really good guitarist like she posts like covers like online and like she's like insanely popular online but she doesn't show her face online so nobody knows who she is but they know she's really good and she's really popular and she like wants to start a band and then she ends up just by chance being invited to join a band because somebody like they said like their guitarist like quit on them and then she plays a concert for the first time and it's fucking terrible because like she's never just done that live before and just goes through like the whole like her whole process of like learning how to be a good live performer and learning how to work with other people. I'm just like, wow, this is so cool. And then like also like she's like the main character, she has social anxiety and like the depictions of
Yeah.
like her thoughts and like the very mm, like fantastical or like just absurd like depictions of like what she's feeling or thinking is just so funny. Like there was this one scene where like legit the animation will like change and like it just became like her like T-posed in like Blender. It's like they throw her like a fucking like static like model into like a fucking wall of like 3D like blocks. Just like it's so
Huh.
absurd.
That
And
sounds
like
like
so
that sounds
there
like a
was,
fun show though.
it's really good. And yeah, it's also like hilarious. I haven't like laughed out loud at an anime like that much in like so long. And like all like and like it's a show about like playing in bands like playing in rock bands and stuff and like the music is fucking sick and all
Mm-hmm.
the animation like and all like the performance scenes is like out of this world. I was like, bro, this show is fucking sick.
That's cool though. That's nice. Yeah, I that's crazy. I haven't watched anime in like 3 years probably. Oh my god, it's been a long time. I don't know. You guys always like recommend me good shows to watch and stuff, but like there's something wrong with my brain. It's just hard for me to like I don't know. It's hard. I feel like I have old man brain sometimes because for a while I watched a lot of anime years ago.
I want to
and I
watch
just
those
kept
darn
watching it, like,
cartoons.
that's how I've gotten now, and I don't like it. Like, no, I don't actually think like that, but I watched a lot of anime like years ago, and I just kept watching it because that's what I was doing. That's what I was used to. But then I don't know. Like, I started watching like I went back to like watching like normal like like real life like films and like TV shows and stuff, and now like I don't like my brain looks at it like it kind of divides it as like two different kinds of like media, which I mean they are, but like they're still media that are entertaining either way, and it's just so hard for me to get back into anime, and I don't know why. Like I just never I just need to like just sit down and just put it on. Like
Yeah,
I
just gotta dive back in, man.
I just I don't know why, but like my brain just always convinces me like why watch anime when you can just like watch like whatever show on like fucking like Netflix or HBO or whatever. And oh, speaking of, I might have mentioned it before. I don't know if I talked about this on a previous podcast or not, but like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago or something, I watched The Walking Dead, and I think two separate times I got to like season 5 or like halfway through season 5. One time I got like I remember exactly the halfway point at episode 8 of season 5, and I
And you
stopped
restarted
watching.
it, right?
And then yeah, I stopped watching for like 2 years, and then I started it from the beginning, so like on the second watch, and then I got like to the like episode. I got to season 5 like a few episodes after the last point, like maybe like 12 or 13 or something, like close to the end of the season, and then I stopped again. I don't know why, because season 5 was actually pretty fucking good. I just stopped watching. I don't know. Then I started it again, sometime last year, and I remember because I was on season I think 3 when we were on the trip in LA for AX last year. So like I started it like last summer, because I went through basically all like 10 seasons that were up at the time in like 2 months. Like I fucking went through it so fast, and a lot of people really disliked so like some of the later seasons of The Walking Dead, and it definitely had its problems. But I, for the most part, like enjoyed it. Like I had some issues with it, and there's like some like arcs I didn't really enjoy that much, but I really fucked with the show. I thought it was really good. And then I finally watched season 11.
Why do you think
like
people
last
don't
month,
like
basically.
the later seasons?
There's a few problems with it, and I think the biggest reason it like people stopped watching it and started disliking it is some of the characters that they like died, because at the end of season 6 and like first episode of season 7, it killed a couple longtime characters, and some other people died throughout the season, and people just stopped watching because they're because I don't know, the characters they like died. But I think the number one thing was season 8 it took a long time to air on TV, so like people were like waiting months and months and months just to get to the end of the season, and the pacing just felt really bad if you're watching it live on TV. And I think it was a lot more interesting to like watch it on Netflix and kind of like binge it, and it seemed like pretty good, because the episodes that felt slow or like not that interesting didn't stick with me as long, because like the next episode was probably pretty good. So there's that, and other people stopped watching it
did
because
the production stop because of COVID?
I think so. Yeah, it slowed down a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah. Well, actually, no, not for season 8. That's not for season 8. It was like before COVID, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that was a big reason. And then also like when Rick Grimes departed from the show, he didn't die. Like in the show, it doesn't show him dying.
They just
but
had to write him out of the story somehow.
yeah, he departed from the show, and a lot of people stopped watching because they didn't see Rick anymore, and they didn't care about all these new characters, because they introduced a lot of new characters. And I think it just went on for like a little too long. Is what its problem was, because I think even with its length, it could have still worked, but like I think they just needed to take their time to like, I don't know, I guess get the pacing right and get some of the character arcs right. And it's not a perfect show, but I really enjoyed it. I really like post-apocalyptic stuff. But season 11, which is a final season, it's like completely done now, I was pretty disappointed, because like the first half of the season I enjoyed, but the last arc, the last like 8 episodes was just so like, dude, I would have rather done like literally, I would have rather stared at my ceiling than watched it. I had to force myself to finish it. It was so boring. I didn't care about like half the characters or like what the fuck was going on. Like the antagonists on that part of the season just sucked. I was disappointed, but it's not really the end of The Walking Dead, because they have like 20 spinoffs coming out, so I hope those are good. So yeah, Walking Dead they have a lot going on, but I think the end of season 11 was kind of meant to set up those spinoffs. So like The Walking Dead is still going on, even if it's like not as part of the Walking Dead series, it's just spinoffs. So
It's nuts.
yeah,
Yeah, man, anime, you just gotta throw it back on, man.
yeah, I do.
I guarantee you, if you watch Bocchi the Rock, you'll probably think it fucking rocks.
Nice pun, bro. I like your wordplay.
Oh, my bad. That wasn't intentional. But like even
You're an
like
artist.
even like there's a scene where they go to like a concert, and like, bro, that's like, it's like, damn, you feel like how you feel at a concert. It's like, this is so real.
Yeah.
The show gets everything. It understands everything.
Hey man, I'll watch like like a
It's only 12 episodes.
okay. I was literally gonna say I'll watch like a 12 episode anime of your choosing if you watch The Last of Us on HBO, or like
I'm gonna watch that.
totally
Yeah.
legally.
I
Yes.
was gonna watch that anyways.
Yes. Okay. Well, you've taken away my reason for me to watch anime. Good job, buddy.
Dude, what do you mean?
I'm
Please
joking.
watch
I'm joking. I'm joking. I should watch it anyway. But no, The Last of Us on HBO is fucking fantastic. I think you'll really like it. And I'm not gonna like spoil anything, because I know some people are just like show only watchers and they didn't play the game. But as a huge fan of The Last of Us, and like considering that the games are like my favorite, the Last of Us is my favorite franchise. The 2 games are like probably my favorite games ever. I absolutely love the show. I love the different actors' performances of these characters that I have loved for a while. It's a fucking like it proves that good video game adaptations exist, and I hope we see more of them, because it's very, very, very good. It's super great. I'm glad it's not a disappointment. The next at the time of us recording this, the next episode is a final episode. It comes out in like 2 days, so that's gonna be pretty cool.
Huge. I'll probably watch it. I don't know when, but not too far from now.
Mm-hmm. I also
I know once I start it, I'll have to finish it. So
yeah, it's really good. It'll keep you hooked, I'm sure. I've also started a Netflix show called You a few days ago. I went through a whole season already.
I've heard about. Yeah, my sister's a big fan of that show.
Oh god, it is so disturbing, dude. The main character is so fucked. Like he gets obsessed with all these women and does so much crazy shit. And like,
yeah, this sounds hype as fuck. I think I know I'd like it.
Dude, no, like so, like the main character. I'm not gonna spoil anything like and go into specifics because the stuff I'm talking about you'll see in the first episode. This is like the premise of the show. The main character will like interact with the girl just like normal interaction, like like at his work, literally like at his work it happens, and he'll like have this like internal monologue of his head where he's like hyper analyzing small details of like oh you're wearing I don't know, like your legs are showing, so you want a little bit of attention, but you're not wearing like a super revealing outfit, so you like to keep to yourself to like some degree. Your hair is well kept, so like it's just so much creepy shit. He hears internal monologue in his head all the time, and he's like basically stalks
just glances at people.
Oh my god, no! But like he'll like hyperfixate on one girl and like stalk them and like figure out what their life is and who they're around and the good and bad things in their life, and he'll try to win them over. And anything or anyone that gets in the way of that, he puts an end to. It's fucking nuts. It is crazy. This character is so fucked, and the actor does an amazing job.
He's a yandere.
I don't. What does that mean? I forget what that means.
It's like they get so obsessed with someone that they would like kill for them, like or kill like to get to them, basically. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I never watched the show, but you have the Future Diary, like Kasai.
Oh yeah, that show, yeah. It's a bit different. It's more so like he thinks he knows what's good for these girls more than they do, and he controls their life without them knowing.
That's fucked.
Deal. Yeah, it's crazy. And in his head, he's doing the right thing because he's like, oh, this is bad for you. I'm gonna take care of it. This isn't good. You're being controlled and held back by these things. And he's completely right about some of it. But the way he fixes it is crazy. Like this character is fucked in the head, dude. He's insane.
That sounds fucking awesome.
I think if you enjoy that kind of stuff, yeah, you'd probably like the show. I've only finished the first season.
It's like the manga I read, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I read manga about awful people who do insane things.
You'll probably like it then because he does crazy shit. Right now, I think there are 4 seasons out. I've only finished the first season so far. I might continue it. I think some of it dragged a little bit in some episodes, but it's got my interest again. I think I'm going to keep watching it. But yeah, the first season was really good. It had to be hooked enough to binge it was like 45-minute episodes, and I think the first season was like 10 episodes, if I'm not mistaken. And I finished the majority of it in like 2 days, so like I binged it.
I love shows like that are just like about insane people. Like I watched this
show
called Barry.
He's insane.
It's about like a hitman who like he has to he has to assassinate someone who's like in LA, and then he ends up following them like into like their acting class, and he decides that he wants to be an actor.
What?
So he kills the target that he has to kill, and then he has to like cover up and like make like I don't know, like but then he also joins the acting class, so he has to act like he knows nothing about
Jesus.
the guy that he had to kill. And then
oh my god.
And he's also like trying to balance being a hitman, because you can't just quit being a hitman and decide you want to be an actor, you know?
You can't? Why can't you quit?
You can't just be a hitman and be a famous actor. And he wants to, that's what he wants. He wants to stop being a hitman, but meanwhile there's like all these like investigations about like people he's killed.
Well, why can't, wait, I don't understand. Why can't he just stop killing people? Why is that a problem?
Because that's his job, and it's like the person, like his like father figure who's like been in his life for like a long time has been like manipulated him into like
okay, I see. Okay,
and it's like he can't quit, otherwise like it's just it's a big problem.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's an ongoing struggle in the show, but he's also like fighting this desire to like he wants to like be like a normal guy and like be an actor and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's such an insane show, and it's really funny, but it's so insane. It's literally like if GTA was a TV show. Like it's like that same tone. Like it's just hyper violent, but it's like hilarious. And it's also like lighthearted. Sometimes like weirdly lighthearted, despite it being like such a violent show.
I don't know if my mic just picked it up, but I just fucking like dropped my phone on my wooden desk like kind of loud.
I heard like a tap.
Okay. Oh goddamn, it's awkward as fuck.
But yeah, that's a great show. I think season 4 is like being filmed or something. Yeah,
Mhm.
great show. I
Yeah,
binged that
that's-
show.
That's kind of all I've been watching lately. But so we've been getting some pretty good new music recently. I know it's
Real
like kind
shit.
of tradition. We love to talk about metalcore. I don't think that'll change for me at least. The new Kingdom of Giants song, Wasted Space, is a fucking banger. I love that song. Both the new Plot and New songs are fantastic. New Periphery songs are really good.
Do you invent
we're even-
anime?
Oh yeah, the new Invent Animate is crazy. The music video is nuts. I can't believe when we were watching that shit and the forest started talking before hitting us with the biggest filthy breakdown. That's so.
When the
metal, dude.
forest
That's insane.
starts talking, dude, you know that breakdown's gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah, like a literal psychotic breakdown. Yeah, but that was really cool. And it's pretty sweet. Are there like any albums you're looking forward to for this year that haven't came out yet?
Not any that have been announced really. I am excited for there's a band called Meet Me at the Altar. They're a pop punk band.
Mhm.
And I really fuck with their stuff. And they announced their album recently, and they dropped a single, which I didn't really like the single too much, honestly. But I'm still hyped for the album.
Oh yeah,
Anything other stuff that's like unannounced? I mean, I guess there's Invent Animate. And,
Currents as well for me.
Oh yeah, Currents. Holy shit.
Currents drops this month, I'm pretty sure, and Invent Animate comes out pretty soon too. I don't know exactly when, but yeah, they're both. Those are probably like my two most anticipated of the year.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go to the show. It's on a Wednesday.
Rip.
We'll see.
Maybe you can always try.
Perhaps.
I
Aside from that, just I can't think if there's mostly just I just hope bands release albums.
yeah,
I
same.
mean, I know the
Yeah,
Plot
I
and You,
feel
they
like-
haven't like announced an album, but I'm sure they're working on one maybe.
Yeah. It hasn't been a full 2 years yet, but Swan Song did come out in 2021, so like yeah, it's around that time. They put out 2 singles, so yeah, I think we'd probably get something later this year, like an announcement or something.
Yeah.
That looks pretty cool too, and music is pretty nice. I don't know, I have this hunch that I don't think there's gonna be an album that comes out that I enjoy as much as Color Decay until the new like Monster Flames album or something, because Color Decay by The Devil Wears Prada from last September, like that album has just stuck with me. I don't think I'll enjoy anything as much as that until like the new like Moths, honestly. Like maybe Currents or like Invent Animate will surprise me or something, but that album is such a masterpiece.
Let's see. Well, recently I've been fucking with like Thousand Below, super hard. Hell
Oh
Finds
yeah,
You
the
Everywhere.
2000 Below is great. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah. That's
every
their best
song on that album is a hitter, dude.
I agree. Yeah. Venenosa is really good. The opening title track is really, really good. The singles they put out, including Venenosa, like they're really good. I don't really skip anything on that album, which is pretty fucking great. I think it's really solid. I think they finally like found their sound, I guess.
I agree. That shit's so fire. I've been like
Mhm.
legit. I have like little phases with like every fucking song. Like for a while, I was obsessed with Venenosa, and the other time was Face to Face and Clockwork Anime. Now I'm like hyped on fucking Silent
same.
Season.
I literally went through like my own fucking like I would go like 3 or 4 days, like a week, mainly listening to like one of those songs, then I'd switch to another one on that album.
That's how I was with Spirit Box when Eternal Blue came out. I had like a little phase with like every song.
Yeah, it's good music, man. Okay, so well, because I made
Oh,
me
dude,
think of
and
it because-
Movements. They're working on an album. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah. They already finished recording it a couple months ago. They fucking like tweeted that like announcement that they finished recording, which is huge. I hope we get an announcement soon.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah. But speaking of Thousand Below, made me think of Bad Omens since Noah was involved on that album, and I gotta say, listen, I love seeing bands I like get big. I want to see them grow. I want to see them get successful. All of that. I'm not gonna gatekeep my music. All right. But that being said, fuck the Bad Omens TikTok fans. I hate them because
Actually,
I can guarantee they're the reason why the Bad Omens tour sold out instantly, and they're like right away being resold for triple the price. And I blame TikTok for it because now I can't see Bad Omens. Fuck you guys. I don't appreciate that at all.
and also they probably got like the pre-sale code and like put it on like TikTok, and it got like a bajillion views.
Dude, I tried the pre-sale and just didn't like. I don't know if it like if all the pre-sale maybe they only were able to sell a certain amount of pre-sale tickets. So like
Yeah.
I think a day after they announced it, I signed into their website and I made an account so I could get pre-sale, and I saw the code. It was concrete to get their pre-sale. There's that code to get the pre-sale, and I couldn't find anywhere at all to get the ticket. It would always just redirect me to the like purchase page for like the normal tickets that wouldn't go live until that's like public date. But like I couldn't get pre-sale, so I think TikTok like sold that out instantly too, which sucks.
Oh yeah, just crazy because I got my ticket pre-sale for their last tour. For the Concrete
I
Jungle
wish I
tour.
did, but I waited too long, but I ended up biting the bullet and just paying like $80.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was worth it. Mainly, honestly, I don't think I would have done it if Make Them Suffer wasn't on that tour. Because I love Bad Omens. I love Dayseeker because they were on that tour as well. Thousand Below is really good too. But the main thing that got me going was the fact that I've been wanting to see Make Them Suffer live for years. And obviously, they're an Australian band. They don't always come to the U.S. So I was like, yeah, I think the extra money is worth it. And it was. I really enjoyed seeing Make Them Suffer.
I think they'll
Really,
definitely
really
be coming back soon though, especially after
I hope so.
how well they did in that tour.
Yeah. Oh, bro, they announced
Dude, I can still feel the vibrations when the room started fucking shaking when they opened.
Oh, yeah.
The second they start playing. Oh my god.
Bro, they announced the fucking tour, the
Never
Australia
Bloom
only
tour.
Yeah, the Australia only tour, but they're gonna be playing Never Bloom in its entirety. Dude, fuck you, Australians. You get everything good handed to you. God damn.
Honestly, dude.
Ugh. I wish I could go to that. But yeah, that's like all I've been kind of paying attention to with music lately, to be honest. But yeah, I'm excited for some new stuff to come out. Also, I guess it's kind of unrelated, but I think I'm gonna come out and say it. I think I understand like the concept of like hate following and hate watching now. I think I get it.
I understand
I
it,
think I
like,
understand.
but I don't hate follow anyone.
I've been like teetering on the idea of hate following Ben Shapiro.
I'm also not really a hate watcher. I mean, like I'll peek in sometimes, like out of curiosity, but like I don't know. I can't do it. But you are a Ben Shapiro stan. He's your guy.
Oh God, he's my dude. I can't even say I hate him. Like, you know how I feel about Ben Shapiro. But like, it's like, dude, he's Ben Shapiro. He's the Shabibo man. Like, come on. I
And
want
over
to
the
hate
years,
follow
you've
him
been
so
building your Ben Shapiro impression, and it has it makes me it feels it frustrates me the better you get at it.
Hey man, don't make. I'm not gonna actually. Okay, I'm not gonna make any for the potential like 2 people listening to this. I'm not gonna make them hear me try to sound like Ben Shapiro. I'm not gonna do that to your ears. But okay, he's my guy. I'm not saying I like him. I think his takes are pretty shit. Without getting political here, but I kind of want to follow him just because I kind of hate the stuff he says. But like, I feed into it. I don't know. It's weird.
Dude, that's kind of how I feel about Andrew Tate sometimes, because the way, like, obviously, like, you know, like he means like everything he says in his tweets, but just the way he types is so funny.
He doesn't. I don't think he means for it to be funny in that way, but it is like his tweet. Like it's just insane seeing somebody get investigated for something really serious, and then he comes out and tweets something like "The Matrix sent its agents." Like, dude, what the fuck?
He's
That's
actually
crazy.
out of his mind, but it's so hilarious.
Yeah, that one that is kind of funny too.
He tweets like a hacker man's.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, for sure.
Like, we're in.
Hacker voice. I'm in. Yeah. Also, this infuriates me. But why the fuck? Why is it gonna be 11 years old this year? Why okay, BO2 is gonna be 11 years old this year, but why is it still like the best COD? Why have COD devs not topped BO2? It kind of frustrates me.
It's very frustrating, and I don't understand like their just mindset of just not listening to the community. It's like they're like literally little babies. I mean, I guess maybe we were a little mean.
I mean, maybe giving Vonderhaar death threats about nerfing the DSR. Maybe that was like a little bad.
Yeah, maybe
just a little
FaZe
bit.
Gwit running to the forest and yelling about how he's gonna murder Vandahar. Maybe that was a little too
Yeah.
far in 2013, but that was 10 years ago. Listen
Hey,
to us
man.
now.
Hey man, that was
We're
a long
adults
time ago.
now. Look at FaZe Gwit. He's not doing too great now, man. He needs COD to come back and be great.
It's just I think other games are having this like
Not to make
epidemic
fun of
too.
FaZe Gwit, I feel bad for him.
Yeah, respectable. I think other games are having the same disease of like what's happening to COD, and it's really
Oh, like the whole
frustrating.
like the live service battle pass like model fucking it
That-
sucks. It ruined gaming.
That yes, that's one part of it, and I don't really like that because I think whenever you buy a game, I think having it how it was before where you buy the game and then them releasing, like, the 4 map packs over the year or whatever, just releasing content afterwards that you can choose to buy. I think that's okay. But I think releasing an incomplete game for full price,
it just justifies releasing like an unfinished game. And it's like, but it's
I don't like
it's
that.
like under the cover of it being like, oh, it's a live service, we're going to be continuously updating it. It's like, how about you just make a good game?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not a fan of that model
because games haven't gotten any cheaper. You're still paying they cost $70 now.
Yeah, they're $70. They cost more now, and I would be more understanding of it if you could buy COD. If COD came out, if it's running on this model where they're releasing with less content, like less maps, less guns, less cosmetics, less everything, and they're having everything released through like seasons with battle passes and stuff. Okay, if they want to do that, I don't really like it, but I think if they're gonna do that, the proper way to do it would be to make it like, I don't know, cheaper, or if you're gonna make people pay for everything, make it free to play, because that's like what Fortnite does, and they make a lot of money. Like I just think it's very.
I unironically think Fortnite's like the only game that does that model correctly, and it makes sense because they were the first ones to like make it big, I guess.
And it just, I don't know, it just frustrates me
because obviously like it was big before that, but like I don't know, Fortnite was like got popular on a level that none of those games could ever.
Yeah, it just frustrates me because it's just annoying seeing devs release games that are incomplete and charge you $70 for it, and then if you want to play like with more than 3 maps and have access to the new stuff that people are having fun with, you have to pay like a fucking like $10 every couple months. Like I think it's very like scummy. I don't like that. And that's not even, the thing is, that's not even my biggest like problem with it. My biggest problem is skill-based matchmaking and how it obliterates any chance of like having fun on COD that I have. I hate it. It's so bad. It's so annoying because it was half off, so I bought Vanguard a couple weeks ago, and I had a lot of fun for the first day. It was actually pretty good, and like given like I was going against people who were pretty new to the game because SBMM hadn't kicked in yet. But I think it's absolutely insane how I've been a fan of this franchise for a very long time. I've been playing COD for like 10 years now. And because I've been playing COD for 10 years, when I buy a new game and give them my money and try to like continue being a COD player, I get punished for knowing how to play. And like on my second day of playing, skill-based matchmaking makes it so I have to fight for my life in all my lobbies, and it's just not fun at all. I think that's very bad. Like, you shouldn't punish your veteran players. I think it's really, really
because there's fucking people who are like like 10 centimeters away from their monitor, fucking sitting on their piss bucket.
Literally, and it's exactly.
Just like literally,
and like
digging through the mud to kill you on Call of Duty.
And I don't want to talk about this for too long because I don't want it to just turn into like me ranting about it, because I know that can be annoying. But I really don't like that. Like, why are you going to be punished for like continuing to support a game and spend money on it, and then just because you have a brain and working fingers and play decent, you like your lobbies just suck and you can't like have fun? Like, I think that's really bad. I don't like that.
Man, now that we're on the topic of COD, I reminisce so much about the old days, man, about being fucking 17 and only caring about fucking our COD team, Suki, and just making good shit. That was so fun. I miss that so much. It's still, I don't know, man. It's probably just like lame to still think about it like this, like so much, but like it still bums me out that like nobody really, like the community didn't really give us a chance. I think our reputation was so bad, and like everyone just thought we were cringe, even though like, I don't know, people kind of like eventually like later on did like sort of the thing that we do. Like people like use like anime music in their fucking videos and shit all the time now. And it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's like, oh, like now it's cool, but it's like you didn't care when there was a team doing it like for years. I mean, like, and I know the content like kind of shifted when like me and Jim like kind of became leader. Like it kind of like there was a noticeable shift in it. I think things got better. But like, I don't know, even then it's like people didn't really care, and it was kind of a bummer. And seeing, especially like when the team ended, there was a lot of people that were like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna miss Suki." But it's like, dude, I never saw you in the comments or like sharing our stuff ever. It's like, who are you people? It's like, you guys didn't care.
There were some people, dude. There were some people like fake supported Suki. Like, I'm not obviously like I can't say.
Joining
who,
Suki was a funny bit for so many people. It was just a funny thing. They're like, I'm gonna join Suki.
I'm talking about people that would like come in every now and then in my Twitch stream and like say something like, like, oh, I enjoyed the new Suki video, or they would like DM me saying they like some of them would like personally DM me saying they enjoyed the new Suki video, but they would like they'd share like 30 other COD videos that day, but like not share Suki one. Like I don't get that. I'm not saying that's very I know it's like sounds very entitled to like expect people to do that, which I don't. But like if you watch it and you enjoy it and you're going out of your way to tell me that, why don't you give it the same support you give other stuff? Like like that doesn't really make sense.
I don't know, because like because for a while Suki was like in this other like in its own like corner of the community, and I hated that. I think it would have been better if we were like integrated and people like saw us as like just like legitimate. And I feel like we were legitimate. We made fucking good videos. Like our sniping team dodges were really good, and like people who watched them also agreed that they were really good. But just not enough people gave us a chance, and that was so fucking that was frustrating. And it also affected like your gaming experience too. Like if you were on COD and you had a Suki gamer tag, nobody cared. Like there was no like obviously like it's nerdy to say that, like there was like an etiquette. Like obviously like like back when there were lobbies on the game, back when you could fucking leave and join another lobby, people it's like generally like obviously another sniper in the other team maybe leave their lobby or like no, don't stay or whatever.
Oh, they see Suki
like there was nothing like that. They'll stay. They will try to make you
stay.
leave. And it's like wow.
Exactly,
it's like fucking like even like I experienced that even like lobbies when I was host of. It's like come on, dude. It's like it's either because they don't know who the fuck you are, or they know who you are and they're like, oh, who cares?
Members of Project Suki are the most oppressed minority group in society.
Honestly, we were minorities in the COD community.
Yeah, true. No, I understand your frustration with it though. I for what it was worth though, I really enjoyed seeing the videos I helped out with, like seeing people like comment and like share it and like say good things about it, especially like especially the videos that I edited or had a part in editing, and seeing that people enjoyed it. It felt really good. So like I wish it got more, but like also I do really like that, there's some people out there that did watch a lot of them and they did enjoy, what I did and what other people did for it. So
yeah, I love leading Suki because like I like to, I loved having people who like were active and like were always playing, because every video I tried to be like as inclusive as possible, like try to get at least like one clip from like every member, and try not to have anyone carry too much. I don't know, that was a fun time, man. I miss it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, those were.
It's sad that like it ended the way it did, because like it was just at a point where it's like it's just like just nobody watching these videos anymore. It's like and nobody wants to help us make the videos. Let's just pack it up.
Yeah, yeah. I was at a point where like kind of wanted to retire, but I wanted to get the videos back on track before like I kind of stepped down from being a leader, because that was in my huge.
I wish we
had
at least made Shingetsu.
But yeah, Shingetsu would have been hype. We had some really good clips for that big video. But yeah,
sad,
I don't know. I've kind of it does bum me out sometimes, but I've kind of accepted that was just like I don't know, like a part of my life, or like a part of my like time online, I guess, that's just come and gone, which I mean it kind of sucks sometimes, but I also appreciate that it did happen.
Yeah, but it makes sense because like obviously leading like a COD team like that, especially one that's like just entirely based on like fun, because we were always like, if you don't want to play COD, don't play COD. Like if you don't want to, like if it's not fun, don't fucking play the game. Don't force yourself to play it. And we were very understanding of people who like weren't in the mood, because obviously we're not really paying anyone, because none of us had money. We were like fucking younger. I mean, like some people had money, but some people had jobs, but like majority of us, we were just doing this because it's a hobby. Yeah. And like, it's understandable that as you get older, it's not viable to keep doing that, because like with a COD team, like you're basically like leading like a fucking production team, basically. Like you have to like, you have all these people that are like contributing. Like you have to see like who's in the video. Like you don't want to like overrepresent or like underrepresent people in the video. You want to make sure it's like it's fair. And
exactly.
You want to give like the editor enough time to do their best, but you also want to make sure it's somebody who understands what you want, like how you want the video to be. Make sure that person doesn't use a song that's going to get blocked in every fucking country in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
And make sure this person knows like how to place clips. So you have to like label shit, and it's like it's understandable that like people don't want to do all this stuff for free. Anymore, and it's not fun anymore because it's a chore.
It did feel like a chore sometimes, but for me, like I don't know, it came pretty easily for me to do things like sort videos and try to like evenly spread out people's clips, and do like sort video parts and stuff. That to me was like the simple part. What wasn't simple was mainly the editor thing, because
that was the biggest struggle.
We're all just doing it for fun, and even though some people
you're just asking for people to just do this out of love of the game, basically.
Basically, and when it's tricky because when you're asking somebody to do something like edit a video and they're not getting paid for it, it just relies on them enjoying it. And even if they did, sometimes, other things in their life take priority, like, other client work or their job. And it kind of sucks because that a lot of the time, as you know, lots of
Yeah,
stuff
because
is
it's
not
also a
getting
hobby
done,
for them
so,
too, because they probably are
yeah.
like in school, they have a real job.
Yeah. So it was definitely tricky sometimes, but it was always fun whenever, like, project worked out,
Yeah, I miss those
Yeah.
days, man.
Same. Also, if anybody's made it this far into the episode, I'm gonna go on some real shit for a second here, because I know we talk about like personal things sometimes, and I don't know, like mental health is kind of like vaguely mentioned, but dude, I'm gonna be 22 years old next month, and I have finally just recently, like a week ago, I've gotten a mental health diagnosis, and that's kind of crazy because I never really thought
Hey, I turn
anything
23
was wrong
next
with me.
month, and I haven't done that at all.
Yeah, for so long I didn't think anything was like wrong with me, which I say wrong loosely. I don't mean like it's actually bad to be like this, but I never really thought I had like a condition or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently I have ADHD and anxiety, which actually now explains a lot. But I don't know. It's kind of interesting sometimes how whenever you don't know these things, at least in my experience, I would like, I don't know, find a way to like downplay how I feel, or kind of deny like, oh, you're feeling, nervous or anxious about this because,
Mhm.
like you're lazy, or like, I don't know, because you're a fucking loser, you're not used to doing this or something like that. But like,
I'm
no,
the
that's an
exact same
actual,
way,
that's an actual
but
thing.
I know why I know why I'm like that because of things
Hmm.
I was told growing up.
Yeah, that definitely has an impact on it. But it's just really weird now because whenever I do feel anxious about something or worry or just, have that feeling in my stomach or my heart about something, like I actually know that's because it's how I am. It's not just, it's not my fault, which feels a little bit nicer. But yeah, that's the thing. And ADHD just explains a lot. I don't get shit done a lot of the time. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, I have a suspicion that I might be similar.
Yeah. Yeah, I would recommend if you're able to. But that was a little eye opening. And also I'm, you know, still like trying to, according to my therapist I was talking with, I'm still in the process of getting out of like a depressive state. So that's a thing too, and
Let's
that's
go.
hard. So yeah, it's almost like bittersweet because it's like, oh, I don't want to be like this, but also knowing I'm like this is the first step into, I don't know, like fixing it. So
Yeah, dude, hearing you say all this though about you, like your diagnosis and stuff, it makes me so worried because I think I am so deep.
really, you think so?
Yes,
Damn.
I think I'm so deep.
I
And
mean,
I
I don't
think
know.
I think my report back from a mental health specialist would be disastrous.
Disastrous. That's a
But
word.
also like
I hope
maybe,
not.
but also perhaps not as bad because I think I'm hyper self-aware.
That's something that my therapist actually gave me
And
credit for.
introspection is not something I have to like learn because like I do it
Yeah.
constantly.
So, sometimes I feel like we're the same fucking person because that's exactly how I am, and that's something my therapist actually like complimented me on and said that I do well because I'm very self-aware about my situation and my things. Like recently, I experienced a breakup from a really serious relationship that I was in for a year, and explaining some of that stuff to my therapist, and like kind of like looking at the reality of things, and understanding that where like who I'm gonna be after I get out of this. I might not be the exact same as I was before, and like those experiences like this, the good ones and the bad ones, like shape who you are as a person and stuff like that. Realizing that apparently was like something most people don't realize or are upfront with themselves about, and my therapist thought that was really good for me. So I guess that's cool. And like I'm also like you said, like I'm hyper self-aware. Like I'm always fucking paying attention to like things I think and that go through my head, and like how I feel and react to things. Like I don't know how people don't realize that about themselves. Like I think I'm just like too self-aware sometimes.
Yeah, like my self-awareness and like my chronic introspection is why sometimes I feel like I'm doomed because I've already like attached context and like I'm always constantly like there's always constantly like traumas and stuff that I buried inside. They're always resurfacing, and then I have like
Uh-huh.
the dialogue with myself in my head, and I like will contextualize it and like realize this is why I do this and I do that. So it's like, but I still feel bad.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of weird because I didn't.
It's like like it feels like the damage has been done, and I think my issue is that I need to figure out how to undo the damage.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's so weird hearing this because like I I always have the belief that like like I know people have things in common obviously with this stuff, but like I always have the belief that like everyone's unique and their condition and like how they realize it and how they deal with it is like unique to them and stuff like that. But it's so weird hearing you say that stuff because I feel like that's like almost like exactly like verbatim like how I am with myself a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like our brains are wired the fucking same. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's like I feel like I've taken all the steps to solve my problems, but I haven't solved my problems.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
I
like,
mean, I guess
I don't know. Like obviously, I need probably external help.
yes, that's what I was gonna say.
You can't do
It
everything
sounds like
yourself.
it sounds like you've done all you can within your direct power and like influence to solve your problem. You're listening to yourself and your own needs and realizing a lot of things about yourself. But once you do that, you also have to take action on it, and sometimes that action is like like getting a diagnosis and like maybe getting help with it, which there's no shame in doing. You should
I feel like
absolutely
that won't stop my tendencies because I have this tendency to feel like immense like guilt and like responsibility for bad things that happen to people around me. And then I start to undermine my own problems. Like I'll push them down. I'll be like, well, I shouldn't be thinking about that problem because this person's going through this. Like, for example, when you were going through your breakup, like in the beginning, I was just like, well, you should shut up about your problem because Rashad's like going through it right now. And like, he needs like support.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know, like that's usually how I feel. And I'm just like, like,
yeah,
I don't want to, bring up my shit around when he's dealing with this,
No, I understand that. That's something I deal with too, and I actually think this is something I've directly talked about. And like what you just said, I have said that before. Like I always feel like with my problems, I feel like they're not like that big of a deal a lot of the time because other people like I'm mutuals with or I'm friends with have struggles like constant like family problems that they're always dealing with, or like whatever it may be, like really like they're like having problems at their like job, they really don't like it, or they're having like financial issues or something. So I always like whenever I see things like that, I always look at my own problems. I'm like, oh, you have it easy, like you have it easy mode. Like, what do you have to complain about? Like, this person's dealing with this shit. So like, why are you worrying about this like minor thing? I think about that to myself a lot. So I don't know. Even though it's obviously not right, and like what you said about me with my breakup and everything, even though like it was pretty serious, that obviously doesn't that's not a reason to like invalidate how you feel, because no matter what's going on with the people around you, if you're feeling like you need help, or if you're feeling like you need to get something off your chest, or just like fix that, whatever's going around you ultimately doesn't matter, because it's just you and your feelings. So like, not that you shouldn't care, but also it doesn't mean that you shouldn't it doesn't mean that you should put your own feelings aside because of what you compare yourself to.
Yeah, I'm also aware of that, but I don't know. I'm such a weird guy. I think I'm also just like I also like I'm so laid back. You know how I am. It's just like I'm always just like, oh, it'll be all right, or like it'll be okay. Like like even if like, but I'm also like I panic so much too. But I'm so selective with how I panic about stuff. I feel like, I don't know, it's so easy for me to just put something like on the back burner because I understand that it'll be okay in the short term.
Dude, I don't know if you're the same way, but like I laugh because it's funny, but like also because I strongly relate to it. Like all those fucking memes that are like, I don't know how many more it'll be okays I got left in me. Like, dude, I relate to that so much.
I think I got a lot in me still.
Well, I think because because of
I'm
but sorry, go ahead.
Guy.
Yeah, I think because I've been going through extra hard stuff recently, I've been feeling a little more pessimistic towards it. But yeah, I usually can put things on the back burner and be like, that'll be okay. But still,
it's okay. You know very well that I still have my moments where I'm like, fuck, everything is bad, everything is wrong. It's not gonna get better. It's gonna keep getting worse.
Yep.
And I fucked it all up. I did it. I'm the worst.
Dude, yeah. I know. That's a real thing. I don't think I struggle with that like a lot. like a lot, but that I have that crazy internal monologue in my head too sometimes, so I understand.
Fucking
It's not easy, dude. Why do mental health problems exist? Why can't we all just be like like regular like functioning human beings? Like why can't that be a thing? That'd be pretty nice.
I think humanity's intelligence it's like the blessing. It's a blessing and a curse because we obviously we're able
Yeah,
to
for
do all
sure.
these incredible things like engineering and like fucking all this all this crazy shit.
Hmm.
We live in everything we look at is all man made. You
Yep.
know, and like that's pretty sick. Like that's only possible because of how like smart we are. 'Cause, like you don't see apes fucking building skyscrapers.
Hell yeah. But
But
then
like
we
then also
also
we're cursed with introspection and like
yeah,
feeling guilt and feeling pain and stuff like that. Just yeah, we're human, man.
dude. I was talking to one of my other friends about this, and at first it sounded like what the fuck do you mean? Like that's stupid. But then he explained it, and it was so funny to me. Is he said something. What did he say? I think his exact words were like, fuck. What did he say? I think we were like talking about some like deep shit, and he was like I wish I was. I think he said like, dude, I wish I was delusional. I was like, like,
Dude,
wait,
I say that
what?
all the
What do you
time.
mean?
I wish I was a fucking drone.
Yeah, he was like, I wish I was
People who are
delusional. I was like,
clueless are so happy.
I know, yes, exactly. Because when I was like, wait, what do you mean you wish you're delusional? He was like, people who like wake up each day and go in day out and like tell themselves that they're gonna be okay and they'll make their goals no matter what, and like they're gonna be good and never doubt it and actually like genuinely believe it like day in day out and don't worry about anything. Like I
Those
wish that
people
could be
and
me.
those people
honestly,
usually make it
like,
too. Those people usually
yeah.
do pretty well.
Well, I think he was also saying that like for people who aren't like working towards something like super, I don't know, like, so it's not anything like special or unique to them. They're just kind of like living a normal like soulless life, and they kind of just go through each day and like don't really worry about it, and like generally think that I don't know. I think it's just a lot of like what being a person is, just without that crazy like introspection and overthinking that we do. And he was like, dude, that must be fucking nice. And honestly, I agree.
Yeah.
Like that would
But
be
then
really cool to like imagine not doubting yourself, or like in feeling like some days thinking that your life is gonna amount to nothing and you're be really unhappy. Because I have a lot of those days, and it's crazy. And
yeah,
I
but
couldn't.
also like a lot of those people who are very clueless and don't like have doubts about themselves, sometimes they turn out to be pretty awful people. So it's like it's pretty good to have like.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I was like it's a double. I don't know. Like you see both sides, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good
It
point.
sucks, but I do wish I was just a moron, just
Yeah.
going. I mean,
Yeah,
I
just
mean
imagine-
moron's a little mean, but it's like I wish I was just an
Yeah, yeah.
NPC,
I know.
just
I
not
agree.
thinking,
Like
just going to work and not caring.
I I long for the ability to just live each day and like not have this worry in the back of my head. Sometimes it surfaces, sometimes it doesn't, but it's always like there.
Yeah,
So like yeah, I guess it would just be nice to not have that there all the time. And yeah, so I feel like obviously everybody has their own problems they struggle with, but like God, my life would be so much easier if I didn't worry about things all the time. Like I'm constantly like right now I'm back in school. I'm trying to get my HR management degree, and it's like I'm working towards a desk job that's just like whatever. Like it's not going to be like super fulfilling or passionate, but it'll pay pretty well, especially because I have HR experience already. And my thought process is I haven't really figured out exactly what impact I want to make on the world and how I want to do it yet. And I haven't really like discovered that yet. So I guess in the meantime, instead of working like a dead end retail job that pays me $16 an hour, it's better to just try to get my degree and get a job that can pay me like a shit ton more, and allow me to live a comfortable life while I figure that out. That's kind of
Mhm.
like where I'm thinking now. And I know to an extent it's logical and it's good and all that. Like it's good to have this backup plan or like this temporary thing until I figure out like what it is I really want to do and spend my time on. But some days I'll sit here and I'll be like, when I'm doing my schoolwork or just like thinking about things, I'll just be like, dude, I'm just working towards a fucking like soulless desk job. Like my life is gonna suck. I'm not gonna fucking, I don't know. Like I'm not gonna. What if I also don't find a person and settle down and start a family, and I'm working this miserable job forever? What if that happens? Like I think that too, and I fucking
dude.
hate that.
Mine.
I hate that, dude.
God, don't be me. Jesus Christ. I've literally like resigned myself. It says, because I know what I want to do. And I've been like in denial. I was in denial of it for so long. You know, like I want to be like just.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the word art because it makes me sound like weird, but like I want to be an artist, an artiste. You know, I just want to create
Artiste.
stuff. I want to make cool
Yeah.
stuff. You know, I want to do podcasts and I want to make videos. I want to write stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I want like eventually later down the line, you know, move that like towards like I want to like start writing like scripts for like whether it be like a series or like a film. You know, I think that'd be so sick. Like I want to eventually like evolve like my writing and get to
Yeah,
that point.
that's something.
That's my
something
problem
really
is that
cool to
I
work
know what
towards.
I want to do, and I have a job that pays me like it's just it's whatever. It's a bullshit job, but it pays me well enough. I can
Mm-hmm.
sustain myself, and I don't use my free time wisely, is my issue. And
Yeah,
it's like
I'm
I
the same
talk
way,
about
yeah.
I have all these pipe dreams about doing all this cool stuff, and I just don't do any of it. And it's like that's an issue. I have an issue with inaction and like
Yeah,
uh
and honestly,
staying
know-
focused.
I know none of these things have like.
Because like look at our fucking podcast. Our last episode was like what 6 months ago. Well, it was a long
It was a
time ago
while
now.
ago. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Like 8 months
And-
ago now, but so long ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, yeah. And I don't know. I don't stress too much about these things because right now we should look at them as something to do for fun. And, you know, whenever we get into that like habit of doing it and it works, it'll work. But if like we're not there yet, that's okay. But what I'm trying to get at is I know there isn't like a one and done like, you know, magical like fix to like that inaction as you were saying or anything like that. But I do think it is related to, you know, like our mental health and kind of like that whole thing is it's like
For
all
sure.
related because it's just a motivation issue. It's like a motivation issue and like lack of just like energy and motivation in general to do things, which I struggle with a lot as well. I love like even though I haven't made them in a while. It's been like 4 months or like
I
almost
think I
5
know
months
the
probably.
answer though. I think I just need to
Hmm.
do the thing that I like more, which is this, and like
Uh-huh.
writing and like making videos. 'Cause when I do that stuff, I feel so good, man. Even
Yeah.
like when I'm like staring at Sony Vegas for 12 hours and I want it to be done so bad, I'm like still
Yep.
so excited for it to be done.
Yeah,
Because I
That-
want to
that's
watch
how-
the video and see like what I did and like see if I you know how I can make it
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, and this this will sound like really pretentious, but I feel the same about like my Dead by Daylight videos. Like it's been
That's
like
good.
4 or 5
It
months.
should feel that way because this is that's your
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and it's been like 4 or 5 months since
You
I
want
made
people
one.
to like it, and like you want to like it because you want other people
Yeah.
to like it. You want them to like it enough so
Exactly,
that they
yeah,
show it to other people that they are cool with, and hope they like it too.
Yeah, and then like in the last 2 months because I've been dealing with that personal shit. I was talking about I've just had like it's just been really bad. Like a lot of time like no motivation to do anything, but I'm trying to get back into it. And like before I took like a break from it. I don't like yeah, it's no secret I don't love editing like doing that stuff like that the
I hate
tedious
it so
parts
much.
it's not fun but like once
If I
finish my
ever if my videos ever make enough money, the first thing I'm investing in is an editor.
yeah for sure an editor would be like a godsend but like what I'm saying is like even though I don't love that part and there are tedious steps in it whenever I you know put together the video how I like it and you know incorporate you know the clips I have where I generally have fun on the game on stream and things like that and I edit it in a way I enjoy and I make a video like I make Dead by Daylight videos in a way where like if I were someone else I would want to enjoy this video like I kind of take inspiration from other creators and like I put my own twist on it but I want to make videos similar to the ones I enjoy watching and I do that and whenever I finish it and I upload it even if it only gets like 5 or 10 likes there's usually a comment or two that's you know says they enjoy it and for me right now that's enough because I enjoy it too. It sounds like this is what I was saying it'll sound like super pretentious but whenever I finish the video and I upload it and it's like done sometimes I'll just find myself just like watching it because I'm like you know this is kind of fire. I like my own creation. I'll sit here and like I'll watch it myself.
I wish I
because
was.
I don't know,
I'm-
I just like it.
I wish I was like that because I can't. It's hard for me to watch Chasing Parabbas videos. Because I don't know. I pick apart like my writing and stuff like that. I'm just the worst. I'm my
Yeah.
harshest critic.
Mhm.
But I will like. I don't know. Like I'm weird, man. But
No, it's
'cause, like the
normal,
way
it's
when I write, it's like I don't know. It's much more self-serving. I'm kind of
Yeah.
selfish. I'm mostly just writing because this is something like us Chasing Parabbas is more about like I write about anime that I like, and then I
Uh-huh.
just write about how it made me feel or like an experience that I can tie it to. So it's
Yeah.
just like I don't know. It's mostly like it's more like a diary type thing. But
Yeah,
and
that's
that-
fair.
while also like telling people about like a show that I like and that I think they should watch.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. That's respectable. But like, being your own biggest critic is very normal. Like this has been like a well established thing. It's like just human nature. So like I wouldn't feel too bad about that. But I think it's easier for me to enjoy the content I make because it's not nearly as like, I don't know, like deep or spiritual. It's just like, fun video. So I can.
I guess I
that.
should add that's because the content that made me want to do that is like stuff like that. Like there's this YouTuber named Hiding in Public. He makes videos about, and he makes videos like literally like that, like literally exactly what I wanted to do. Like I saw his content, I was like, oh shit, this is literally what I want to do, and he's doing it. And he does pretty well. And also this other YouTuber named Under the Scope. He doesn't upload much anymore, but he's definitely like all time like GOAT in my eyes when it comes to making like anime videos. Like his editor, I'm mutuals with his editor on Twitter, and he's a super cool guy. And like those videos were all really good. Like I loved his writing style, and I love his analysis, and like his views on certain things, and like his interpretation of like what certain things in anime meant. I thought it was really good, and he was really good at researching. Like he did like this really long, like hour-long video about like Violet Evergarden, like the making of it. And he like went like he really found like interviews and like got them translated from Japanese to English.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like that. It was really cool. Like he put in a lot of effort, great. And I was like, this is great shit.
Yeah, that's like walking the extra mile to like make sure your content is good. That's really nice.
Yeah, and his editor always knocked out of the park and got better with like literally every fucking video.
Oh yeah, that's dope. For me, I would say probably like I'd say like for how I want my content to be, like if I could have it my way, and like editor, like paying an editor wouldn't be an issue or anything like that. There's a streamer and YouTuber who goes by Otofu, who makes Dead by Daylight stuff, and I love his videos. He recently has been having an editor do his stuff for him, and they're like not like super heavily edited, but there's like a moderate amount of editing on there to make things funnier, and that's kind of the stuff I like watching. Not like over edited like some other people's videos, but just genuinely funny like stream clips and stuff that happens that's either like really like skillful, it's like hard to do, or just funny stuff edited in a way that makes it entertaining. I really like that. But what it ends up being is like kind of an in-between of content like that and more like simple stuff. Like another one, his name is Zubat, and he's like a really good, really skilled Dead by Daylight player, but he kind of just drag and drops his videos and puts together the funny clips and the skillful stuff, and it's just drag and drop, which is still entertaining, but like, and I don't want to put the same effort as like a whole editor does into videos like Otofu, but I don't want to drag and drop. So mine is,
I would like the way you describe, like that's how I would like my second channel to be, the one where I upload my gaming videos on, with like little funny GTA compilations.
Yeah.
Like those videos, I don't put a whole lot of effort into them. That's why I don't count them as like content.
Because like for me, it's weird because like I want to go all out and do like an actual edit on it, but that'll take longer. I'll put even less videos out than I do now.
Yeah, and to get 30 views.
If that, and like it's just, I don't know, it would drain my battery a lot faster, So like right now, I don't know, I get the stuff I like, I lay out the clips, I throw some lo-fi in the background to have something there, and I lightly edit stuff. Like I'll do like I'll zoom in, like fucking add audio clips or like funny memes in there and just like try to make it better. But I wish I either had the motivation and had fun going all out in editing, or just like had a lot of money, could just pay an editor. But that's kind of just where I'm at right now, but it's okay. I kind of find a nice balance between the two,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm spent, bro. Is there anything else that you want to talk about? Because I think I've extracted enough out of my boring life for an episode.
Shit, we've gone for an hour, almost an hour 10 already. Holy shit, that's great.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think we could probably wrap it up.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, if anybody made it to the very end of the episode.
Yeah, we never did an intro. Hey, this is the Where We Feel Safest podcast, episode 8. Right? Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8. I think so.
I think it's 8. Yeah. I mean, it's been so long. I don't even remember. Like, when we started, I didn't even think of doing an intro. Like, we kind of just like started talking. I think we did do in the beginning, like that,
and then I started doing the cold opens.
Yeah, the cold opens are a little bit better.
We just have the intro music played by our good friend Nick, who we're gonna go see. We're gonna see on vacation. We're going back to LA because I love dragging my friends back to my favorite city in the world and having them spend hundreds of dollars to go there.
Hell yeah, we love that. Also, shout out Nick Gridson. The guitar intro that you guys heard at the beginning is fire. Love that shit.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, hopefully it won't be like 20 years before I make the next episode. Yeah,
hopefully sooner than later. Thanks.
Thank you guys for listening.
See you guys later.